Well, hello there everybody and welcome to the video. I am going to apologise straight away because this is not in any way my usual style of video, and it is purely going to be me just talking about some recent actions taken by YouTube against some of my videos on the channel and why I'm now worried that the channel may be deleted. So whatever I've put in the thumbnail, I don't even know yet. Yeah, it's not clickbait. It is quite a serious issue that I want to talk about. And I know that I've not done anything wrong, and that's where the real problem is. So as always, I hope you're doing well. This video is not going to be monetized, so if you've had ads running on this video, it's because of YouTube just runs ads on everything these days, but I haven't chosen to monetize this video if there is ads on it. So I will be talking in this video quite candidly about some actions that are being taken against the channel behind the scenes recently over the past couple of months and just literally within the last 24 hours, and why that makes me worried for the future of the channel, and the reason that I may even take a short YouTube break because it's not doing me any good, any of this crap that's going on at the moment. So firstly, I'd like to go back to earlier this year. It was around January or February. I started getting some notices that certain videos of mine had been demonetized. These referred specifically to the GoldenEye XBLA, which was a leaked GoldenEye remaster. Now, because that fell into public domain, it was leaked. It is legal to download that. There's no issues with it. But my guide on how to download and install it got demonetized. So did the 100% save file for that game video, also got demonetized. Not removed, just demonetized. But how to download it using the mouse hook build was completely fine. Also, any other videos I've done about it have been fine. Now, when that was flagged up, it was flagged up for harmful and dangerous content, which is going to be a running theme, and the one specific paragraph that they referred me to on them two videos was that the footage it promoted violence. We're talking about an N64 game, GoldenEye. If you don't know anything about that game, I'm not going to show footage of it because I'm sick of action being taken against the channel. But GoldenEye is not a violent. Don't get me wrong, you shoot people, right? But it's not a gory game. It's not overly violent. It's a James Bond game, I think it was a 12 rated game when it came out in like 1997. So this game's like 25 years old. There's many games on YouTube that people play. Red Dead Redemption being one of them. Loads of other games. I've seen footage of games which have been banned for being violent or too gory in the past. Yeah, they're still there because I've checked. And they're completely fine, but for some reason these videos, just these two, were demonetized because they promoted violence for some reason. Very vague YouTube policy terms as always, okay, but that's just the beginning of the story. Now, I'd heard horror stories about the YouTube appeals process. I did appeal them videos stating that there's other games which are far more violent and gory. There's no blood, nothing on that game. But instantly, appeal rejected within minutes for both videos, even though the videos were like 5 to 10 minutes long. The appeals were rejected within like a minute. And like I said, I'd heard stories about the appeals process being a nightmare. And I thought, I won't pursue it any further. The videos are still up. No action against the channel. It is what it is. Okay, I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing. So I left it be. Roll around to July of this year, and I was doing all of the Sonic fan game download and install guides. And yeah, a couple of weeks after, it was about 2 or 3 weeks after I'd uploaded the how to download and install Sonic and the Fallen Star guide video. I did a load of other Sonic fan games, how to download and install them around that time as well. But this one video was removed due to being, once again, harmful and dangerous. And they specifically pointed to a paragraph in the YouTube guidelines which said that it promotes piracy, okay, bearing in mind Sonic and the Fallen Star is a free fan-made game which is completely legal and has been up for several months. You know, Sonic fan games are completely fine. Sega have said it themselves, as long as people don't charge for them. So essentially I got a video removed for promoting piracy of a free fan-made game, which is free and available to everyone for nothing. So I didn't understand how piracy worked on that front. Once again, I knew the appeals process was gonna potentially be a nightmare, so I left it as it was. I thought, tough, okay. A couple of weeks later, however, I opened up YouTube dashboard, which I do regularly, check for comments, you know, check if subs are going up, see the view counts, things like that, and just generally keep on top of things. And a big red box was in the top left corner saying I had a community guideline strike. And for anybody who doesn't know, if you get 3 community guideline strikes, your channel simply just gets deleted, just outright deleted, and there's not really much you can do about it. So that obviously alarmed me. At that point, I'd not uploaded a video for a couple of weeks, so around a week and a half to 2 weeks. I'd not uploaded a single video because of that Sonic and the Fallen Star thing. I was a bit miffed about that, and I thought I'll take a little moment, you know, just to regroup, and I had some other stuff going on. When I looked into what this community guideline strike related to, it was once again harmful and dangerous content regarding my 100% save file for Sonic 3 Air guide video. Now, what was really puzzling about this was that this guideline strike and video removal happened in July of 2022. This Sonic video had been uploaded since June of 2020. So why all of a sudden it just got flagged and I got a guideline strike for it, I have no real idea. But at that point, I knew that action had to be taken back. Once again, I did the appeal process, which, if you ask anybody on YouTube, gets you nowhere. Literally nowhere. You'll just get rejected outright. If your video's 30 minutes long, you'll get rejected within 1 minute. No one watches it. I'm sure it's bots that deal with all that stuff. I'm certain of it, and I've brought that up with YouTube in the past. But essentially, I reached out to YouTube support, and yeah, just before I continue, I will say that sharing of save files is 100% legal and safe and fine. There's no issue with it, okay, and we'll possibly go into more about that a bit further down the line. So I reached out to YouTube support. I expressed my concerns that I'd got a guideline strike that I didn't think I deserved, and someone really nice, I'm not going to name them, it's possibly not the real name anyway, but it was real nice. They said, can we look into it, blah blah blah, what's the links for the 2 videos. I didn't say about the GoldenEye videos, so I thought they've not been removed, it's not any action against the channel, they're just demonetized, it is what it is, even though they are extremely good performing videos, and that's potentially lost me a fair bit of traction on the channel just with them being demonetized, because they don't get pushed in the algorithm or anything like that. But anyway, after a back and forth with this guy on YouTube support on the chat window, he said it may take a bit longer to look into. Could he email me potentially tomorrow with the outcome of what's happened? And I was like, yeah, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate the help. And yeah, I thought, you know, I've heard before about people going through this process, and I've never heard of anybody having a decision overturned, right? So I waited until the next night. It was about 11 PM. YouTube support's like 24 hours for English speakers. And yeah, it was an email, very, very kind, polite email, said, I've got some good news. Your 2 videos, the how to download Sonic and the Fallen Star, and your Sonic 3A save file video, have both been re-reviewed by the internal team and found to not actually break community guidelines. So they've both been reinstated. The guideline strike has been removed, and I literally was taken back, as you can imagine, because I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thanked the guy expressly, and yeah, from then on I was very confident that my other save file guides were not going to get community guideline strikes because they don't break any of YouTube's community guidelines. They don't break any laws that I know of. They don't circumvent copyright in any way, shape or form. So I was happy with how the system had worked in that case. But then we fast forward to yesterday at the time of making this video, and another one of them lovely little red boxes has appeared on my dashboard again. Now what this relates to is my Sonic Origins 100% save file guide, and I'm like, what is going on now? Why is it these save file guides? And when I looked into it, harmful and dangerous content for promoting piracy, of all things, once again seems to be the piracy angle. So I did the usual thing, I hit that appeal button and I just said, nothing in this video is against community guidelines. It doesn't show you how to pirate any game, partial or in its entirety. Have a nice day. You know, appeal rejected within like 30 seconds, fair enough. So I reached out to YouTube support on the chat again, and I wrote this exact message to them. And I will read this word for word as well. Hello there, I hope you are doing well. I am having another issue with a video being flagged for harmful or dangerous content. Once again, it is one of my save file download and install guide videos. This has resulted in a guideline strike for the channel. I have appealed the decision and lost. This has happened in the past, and after reaching out to YouTube support, the decision on 2 videos was overturned, strikes removed and both videos reinstated. Both of these videos related to the sharing of my save files. I hope this is the correct way to proceed, and hopefully you may be able to help if you could please. As with the previous 2 videos which were flagged, the video in question does not show how to obtain any game, pirate or otherwise. It also does not allow any viewer to access any copyrighted content which they do not already own. Everything shown in the video is 100% without a doubt fully legal and poses no risk to anyone's safety or security. I'm not sure if it's a human who reviews appeals, but either way I think there may be a lack of subject knowledge which has led to the video being removed and a strike being issued. If I hadn't pursued this issue before, then I would now be on 2 strikes with any of my 100% save files ready to be flagged and my channel deleted. That would have been very unfair, especially when I make sure everything I do on the channel is beyond safe and legal and in no way breaks any guidelines. The video in question is here, and I post a link to the video. Game developers make sure that save files do not unlock paywalled content, and no save file for any game I know of can give access to content which a user has not already paid for. Neither a game, entire or partial, or any paid content inside or outside of that game can be accessed from a save file. If a save is made which covers DLC, then a user trying to use that save will either A, not be able to use the save, or B, the save will work but the DLC portions will still not be available. In this case, B is correct. To go one step further, save files created by a user are their own property and can be shared with any community as the user sees fit. The safety and legality of this is 100% beyond question. Any help would be appreciated, please. Okay, so there was a bit of back and forth on YouTube chat, just basically, can I have a few minutes to look into this? Yes, fine, take your time, blah, blah, blah. General chat, you know. So I've got up today, checked my emails right away, and I've had an email that says, the enforcement action on your content has already been appealed in YouTube Studio, and a human reviewer re-evaluated your content and determined that it does violate our community guidelines. We know this is probably disappointing news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. We hope you take time to review our community guidelines because the content violates our harmful, dangerous, it doesn't make grammatical sense. We encourage you to review this policy closely, blah, blah, blah. And I've read it front to back. I know YouTube policy. I've read it all. Every time there's updates, I read it because some updates to YouTube policy historically in the past have been devastating to people on YouTube. So you've got to keep up to date with the rules, what is allowed, what isn't allowed, you know. And I was very upset about that. I think you can tell from me actually taking the time to make this video that I'm not happy about this. I responded back trying to be as nice as possible about it, but just showed the desperation. I put, okay, thanks for the help. I know for a fact that this video has not broken any YouTube guidelines. I have read them front to back. I'll just have to wait for any of my other historically well-performing videos showing how to install save files in a legal and safe manner to get flagged and my channel deleted then. Have a nice day. The way I read that was a little bit aggressive, I know, but it's as it's written. So it is the case though, as I've got the YouTube dashboard open right here. I literally have 12 videos which relate to 100% save files. One of them is now flagged, it's given me a guideline strike. All of the others now are just ticking time bombs for YouTube to decide that it promotes piracy, enables piracy, even though it very much doesn't. It really doesn't. And I did check that Sonic Origins. I knew this anyway, but I checked Sonic Origins, I had the save file installed, and within the emulator you can choose to remove DLC. I did that, save file install, when I load it up, there's a little box saying DLC available, and all the stuff that should be in the DLC is not available. So it doesn't unlock anything that somebody hasn't already legally obtained. So I clearly haven't broken any YouTube guidelines regarding piracy, harmful, dangerous content, nothing. So I've literally got 12 videos now, which are ticking time bombs, which at any moment YouTube could flag for promoting piracy, even the ones on fan-made games, because for some reason, you know, YouTube has decided in the past that you can pirate fan-made games which are completely free. This is absolutely baffling to me, because I see so much stuff on YouTube which directly violates the harmful and dangerous policy. I watch a few different news channels on YouTube, some big, some small, and I will be honest with you, I'm going to say this as straightforward as possible. I was watching a mainstream news YouTube channel, it was a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was covering the ongoing war, blah blah blah. I don't want to go into too many details, but it showed footage, completely uncensored footage, of a drone flying over some soldiers, and it drops a grenade and literally blows up in the middle of them. Yeah, you can imagine what that looks like. It was uncensored. That does not break YouTube's harmful and dangerous policy. I've also had a video which I made quite a while ago regarding viewer bots on YouTube and a whole host of weird thumbnails and other stuff which could potentially, or definitely is, breaking YouTube guidelines. That's all over the place. There's thumbnails which are aimed at kids, aimed at young kids, with pregnant women, where you can see like the hands and feet on the inside of the pregnant woman's belly. And then like weird doctor guys like injecting them with syringes and stuff in the belly. Guys with guns, not toy guns, literal guns with it to the head of a pregnant woman. These thumbnails seem to be obsessed with pregnant women. All kinds of other stuff. Women who are not wearing enough clothes, let's be honest. They're basically naked. I'm not going to forward you to any of these thumbnails. They're quite easily found if you know where to look. And I'm thinking that doesn't violate YouTube's harmful and dangerous policy. But a save file that's well received by the community is, even though it doesn't allow any kind of piracy. And yeah, I'm just a bit fed up. I get regular, should I say, emails from YouTube saying about the steps they're taking to improve transparency, and all things like that. And I'm like, after this decision has been made today, it doesn't count for anything. YouTube, if you're listening, I've been wronged. I've been heavily wronged. Anybody who knows what they're talking about in this instance will tell you that save file, for me to share it and whatever, is completely legal. Me showing people how to install it is completely legal, you know. Even if you think it breaks guidelines, it doesn't. I'm not promoting piracy. Never in any instance on this channel have I shown how to obtain anything that isn't already free or available to the community, completely legally. I am very careful on this channel to make sure I'm not breaking community guidelines, and now I'm left kind of seething, in all honesty, that I'm so careful not to break community guidelines, but a decision has been made which I know to be completely wrong. And now I'm staring down the barrel of a gun because I've got 12 other save file videos which could at any moment just get flagged. Bearing in mind that Sonic 3 Air one was from over 2 years ago when that got flagged. Yeah, and all the videos I'm talking about are after that point. So any of these videos could just get flagged. They could decide that, yeah, that's piracy, community guideline strike. Imagine if I got 2 on the same day. Guess what's going to happen? My channel's just going to get deleted. Can you imagine how that'd affect morale of a content creator on YouTube? Knowing that any moment, any given moment of any day, one of the older videos or 2 of their older videos could just get flagged at the same time. And they'll just wake up one day, go to check the Studio app, think, oh, I'll make a video today, check the Studio app. And the channel's just been deleted and there's no way of getting it back. YouTube, please sort this out. You know, even if this video don't get reinstated, I don't care. Just please leave my channel alone. In the midst of all the controversy that's been going on lately regarding racism at YouTube, favoritism within YouTube, all the other drama and scandals that are going on at YouTube, and I've not mentioned any of it. I thought to myself that if I kept my head down, stuck to what I'm doing, don't get involved in the drama, I'd get left alone. And guess what? It's not happened, has it? And all this stuff, all the creators saying about YouTube needs to improve transparency. If you've actually got a guideline strike, which many creators have, and they've been baffled as to why, because they've appealed it, no guidelines have been broken, but a human reviewer apparently has decided that it does break guidelines, but they've not been told which specific section of the rules have been broken. So how do you proceed going forward as a content creator when you just get given a vague list of rules, and even that vague list of rules says this list is not exhaustive, which means that there is other stuff that they don't even tell you. So how is that transparent? How can I move forward doing other save file guides? I'll be honest, I've just had a quick look before I started recording this, and between all of my save file guides, there's somewhere around 300,000 to 400,000 views on my 100% save file download and install guides. These are very popular. I know they've helped out potentially hundreds of thousands of people, these guides. But now, what am I meant to do? Shall I remove them? Shall I not upload them in the future? Even if I did, would they get flagged and my channel get deleted in the future? If I get another strike, basically I can't upload for a week, I can't live stream for a week, and one more after that, channel deleted. What is going on? After being so careful, so cautious, and I'm still left wondering, what have I done wrong? And this is a sentiment which is felt across YouTube. Yeah, I will be honest, this is I'm talking very candidly, like I said at the start of the video. I may take a short YouTube break. I will be honest with you, and I do apologise for that. How short is short? I don't know. A couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer. And I will be honest, I've never brought this up on the channel before, but I actually suffer from mental health issues, and I don't want this video to turn into that. That's not what it's about. I don't want any sympathy or anything like that. It's something I've dealt with for years, and it's part of something I deal with on a day-to-day basis. You see, the thing is, with this channel, me helping so many people, putting out videos, is very beneficial. There's something very positive going on this channel, and it does help. It helps a lot. I'm not saying I want preferential treatment, I definitely don't. But it's something that does really help me day to day. Just seeing how well the channel's doing, responding to comments, doing the odd live stream. I know I've not done one for a while, but you know, at this moment in time, the channel is not helping. Not at all. As well, I'm in the middle of a house move. I've got other stuff going on. And I don't need the fear of any video, basically, I upload just getting my channel terminated. So I'm going to leave the dust to settle for a little bit, a couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer, we'll see. But yeah, I just need to take a little break because this YouTube not copyright thing, YouTube guidelines thing has done my head in, and I need a little breather, in all honesty, because I'm sick of fighting it. The decision is now final. I've gone through the appeals process. It's been re-appealed and still found to be breaking guidelines, which I've read and I know it isn't. So I'm sorry if this video is a bit rambly. It's gone on far longer than I thought it was going to. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you understand why I'm just taking a step back for a couple of weeks, just while I figure out what the hell I'm doing, really, on YouTube. Yeah, so I hope I'll catch you all again very soon. I wish you all the best, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.